Hello, friends. Welcome back to a Tottenham Hotspur match review. This time, reviewing the victory at the Molineux away at Nuno Espirito Santo's old team. Very interesting game in the sense that we probably didn't deserve to win it on the whole, based on everything. Maybe on the second half, we were a bit better, but you would think for the most part, Wolves pretty much dominated that one. I do think some very, very good positives I will talk about first. Dele Ali. I think he's been really, really good since the start of the season, really. He looks like an absolute workhorse. He's been like one of our best defensive midfielders at times, one of our best progressors of the ball. Yeah, obviously brilliant run to get into the position to receive the ball from Region, who I also thought had a good game, and win the penalty and tucked it away really well, which is not as easy to do as most people think. Yeah, Region, Bergwijn, Dele, and Dyer, I would say, all had very, very good games. Oh, and Hugo, a wonderful stop on Adama Traore. I mean, also that will go under the radar, but that's a brilliant old-fashioned sweeping stop, and yeah, definitely a more clinical finisher would hopefully finish that, but Hugo makes it difficult. I guess let's talk about my concerns a little bit. I think, looking back at the history, Nuno has had a history of being good against big teams. Against us, he was pretty good. Against Manchester City, he had a good record, etc., etc. I think the problem more with Nuno is kind of the same as Jose. The big games, the small games are the ones that are the problem. The games where you're going to have more of the possession and you're going to dominate the ball, and it's on you to control the game from a possession standpoint. I think that's where Nuno fails sometimes, as we saw at Pacos, and as we kind of saw here. There were tons of times where players looked kind of static in possession and didn't really know what to do. Yeah, the strategy in possession right now seems to be long balls to Steven Bergwijn, Lucas, and Son, which is questionable, I would say. I mean, it definitely puts pressure on the opposition, but you would still want other tactics, I would think. And, maybe I'm being harsh on him. He probably has other ideas that are in the works and are going to be implemented soon. However, it is just a concern. On the whole, I think we look pretty organized defensively. There are definitely still some concerns there. I thought Dav was shaky again today. Jaffet had a rough time with Adama. But again, I think Adama today looked unplayable. I mean, I think Davinson Sanchez is like by far our fastest player. And, I think last week during City, he was around 32 kilometers per hour, which is really fast. And Adama made Davinson look like a turtle. Like he just didn't exist. So, yeah, Adama was very hard to deal with today. I think he slowed down in the second half, which is part of the reason why we grew into it a bit more. And also their pressing died down just as a whole. Yeah. Besides that, interesting. Son looked kind of injured, question mark, and some of the press have been saying he went off early for something and blah, blah, blah. So we'll see what happens there. It would really suck if Son is hurt. I mean, it's not like him to fluff that chance he got. There's definitely that time he could have passed to Stevie too, but he didn't. Yeah, on the whole though, Stevie looked brilliant. It's that skill at the end where he takes out like 3 Wolves players and plays in Kane. I mean, if you can't see the value in Bergwijn over Lucas, just in decision making and, all around game. I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, he looks good. He he really does. I really like Steven Bergwijn. I'm really glad that Nuno is giving him a chance and Dele a chance. And I think the whole like left trio, of Region, Dele, and Bergwijn all looked great. They really did. Um, I think they worked well in tandem. I think Region got forward quite well a few times. A lovely pass to give to Dele. Um, there were some concerns over Skip and Højbjerg. I think both of them looked kind of equally rough when trying to stop the opposition. But yeah, hopefully they work that out. Maybe it is a bit redundant to play both of them in a game like this, but I don't know. Wolves is a tough team. Um, yeah, no, Højbjerg, I think, had a few nice moments. That freaking nutmeg where he almost scored, that was insane. He is such a weird player. You can tell he's like a converted winger dash defender dash blah, 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 blah. He's just a very strange player. Skip, I don't think there's been a lot of concerns about like him looking out of his depth. I don't think that. I think he actually looked quite good on the whole, but yeah, I also thought he was good against Manchester City, so I don't have too many concerns. It's more a systematic problem, I would say. Um, yeah, and then Eric Dyer had a few really nice moments. Had that one moment in midfield that could have come off and been a good move, but then also cost us a really bad chance, which I think Davinson Sanchez should be wary of when he loses the ball. But, I will also say that's on Dyer as well. Lucas had a very quiet game, as with Son. They just didn't look like they did versus City. Yeah, no, it's mainly my concern of, do we have a tactic other than counterattacks again? Because it did feel a bit like Nuno, like Jose Ball at points, which is always a concern. So we'll have to see where it goes and hope that we see more productive stuff in possession soon. I think we saw glimpses, and it's up to me to do some analysis there. But yeah, as a whole, I do have some concerns, but at the end of the day, we got the win and a clean sheet, so I can't really complain. Kane, it's a very weird situation. I just don't know how I feel. Um, like, obviously a brilliant player. Obviously, like, yes, given tons of service to the club, blah, 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 blah. I just, it's a very weird vibe with him right now. I just need him to come out and clear some stuff up. Like, why was he late? I need him to come out and say, I'm committed to playing for Tottenham and I want to make all the wrongs right and etc. And we haven't seen that from him yet, and I really, really want him to do that and just own up to his mistakes. Gio came on and really shored up the midfield. I thought Gio and Winks were actually good changes. Yeah, Gio had a rough game midweek, but, we all do. It happens. But yeah, as a whole, pretty happy. First half was terrible. I'll say that. But second half, we look to grow into a bit more, and hopefully we'll see more good stuff from that left-sided trio, and hopefully we'll incorporate Hill a bit more, Romero, and yeah, whoever else we signed. Oh, Pape Sarr. Interesting. I would say, I hope we loan him back, is my opinion, because I don't think he's ready. He's like 18, and he's very lanky. I have concerns. Oh, and the Ndombele situation. Get Ndombele back into the team, that's all I'll say. Just, look, the only thing that really upsets me is that the Ndombele situation, to me, and maybe I'm wrong, is a lot like the Kane situation, and why Ndombele was not on the pitch or on the bench in this game versus Kane, I, I don't know. There's been reports that he's been not training well, but then again, like Kane has just returned to training, and I just don't know what's happening with Ndombele. Yes, there's rumors. I mean, confirmation really that he wants to leave, which just sucks. But I do still think there's a way he plays his way into the team this season again, like he did under Jose. So we'll see. I don't think he gets a move this summer. It would be very surprising that anyone would want his wages or pay the price that we would want. But yeah, I mean, it's very upsetting, as you can tell, because I love him. I think he was actually brilliant last year, like one of our best players consistently last year. So I would be really upset to see him go. And I think he has the potential to be like one of the best midfielders in the world. But what do I know? Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to be recording more stuff. I think I might just do a reaction video on Romero and give my thoughts during it, and maybe on Hill too. If you're interested in that, please let me know. Yeah, I'm excited for FIFA 22, obviously. But yeah, no, things have been busy here lately, and I'm about to start school again, which is wild. But I will look to continue making content. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support, even when I haven't been uploading for a while. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys next time. Come on, you Spurs.